Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. So, yo, what's up, man? Today we have a special guest. First of all, actually, let me introduce myself. My name is Wonderson Jackson. I'm the founder at Avocado, and we have a special guest on the first episode of AI Creator Hub. So, the AI Creator Hub is gonna have like a variety of creatives, of people in the industry who are using AI to enhance their workflow and their capabilities. So, here with our first guest is Mariano Diaz.
Hello, hello.
He's a strategist, but I would like him to give a brief intro. Like tell us a bit more about your background and how did you get to to this stage that you are today.
Yeah, sure. So I come actually from being a photographer and videographer for many years pre-pandemic, then video editor for a long time. And I got clients asking me how to basically make scripts, like start making scripts without having much clue. I found about the role, creative strategist, and I've been doing that for 2 years and a half. Started working as a part-time for one brand, and now I freelance across four brands. Getting pretty cool results. One of my clients, mainly doing native ads, is about to hit 1 million ad spend with just less of 3 months since we collaborate. So the first month we were making around 300K ad spend, and we're about to hit 1 million. So that's probably like the biggest win of the year so far. Uh, pretty steady growth every day, every week is just like something new going on. And the best thing is
Mhm.
all with native ads, so it's like pretty fast everything.
Yeah, so I mean that's actually pretty impressive numbers. Like props for you. That's actually a really massive milestone, I guess. But for those who don't really understand the concept of like ad spend and stuff like that, like there are different people with different background that is going to be watching
Yeah,
this and probably wondering what is ad spend.
ad spend is basically the amount of money that we spend on the ads in Meta in Facebook. Usually, I
Hmm.
mean, spending money is probably in this industry one of the only metrics of like you're making money. I mean, you can spend a lot of money bad, but no one is gonna really want to put 900K in their credit card bill and losing money. So basically, the more money you spend is probably that you have a very good return of investment. That's our case. We have around at least 25% profits with this current ROAS that we have, that it varies per week. We go from 2 ROAS to 220. So basically for each ad that we for which dollar that we put, we are getting $2. And then of course we had to reduce the money of spend, we had to reduce the like operations and the product shipping and stuff. But with all that, basically the client is getting around 20% profit on 1 million. So it's probably like around 200K like actual profit every month.
That's insane. That is actually insane. So, I want to like take some step backs and try to understand a bit more about your thought processes. Like, okay, let's say for example, just approach one customer. Like, when was that aha moment in the psychology that actually changed the way you approach ads? Like which is the
Um,
strategy or that you found?
Yeah, I would say like old Marian versus new Marian is that I started as a strategist, and I remember like checking like other creative strategists that they are like they have a personal brand and stuff. And many of them were mentioning about like, oh, just check competitors and copy like longest running and stuff like that. And like now for me, a very good week is a week that I'm not checking any competitor's account, and I'm just like really focusing on what's going in the account, how we can learn more about this audience. And this can be from like sending emails to competitors, sorry, to our audience, even calling. Like if someone spends a lot of money on our brand, we might want to give them a ring and understand why they spend like $300 with us. Um, yeah, basically really focusing on understanding them more and more, and the more you know is it's kind of like with Avocado for you, the more you know like our your customers, you're making new features that makes people more happy. And that's basically the same thing. If you're just checking competitors, you kind of get like that copy stage that you're never really focusing on your brand, you're just focusing on something else. So yeah, now I'm really focusing on okay, how or in which way people are skeptical, how people might be like, what are the frustrations, what they go through that might want make them spend money with us. Just creating that credibility and boosting like all the information they need, basically.
Okay, that's actually an interesting one because I see a lot of people are trying to like, using those spider crawlers to go into meta ads, the library, and scan their competitors and just try to replicate that. I think it's a lost strategy then. So that
Yeah, I
is that
mean,
right?
it definitely helps to get ideas if you're not. I mean, the role is creative strategies. It has a part of strategy, but you also have a part creative. I believe that's something I have seen lacking a lot. Many people are just like they watch a course and they try to replicate something that they saw in a course of something, and there's just like a copy strategy. And you need to be creative. I mean, you need to get ideas. Of course, ideas are based on foundations and based on real data. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, you need to have your own mindset of creativity and come from a creative background. I believe that helps a lot, because if not, you're just staying in a box and you're just copying stuff, and then it might help you to make a few thousands. I'm not saying it's not going to work at all, but it's not going to help you to get to 1 million ad spend for sure, because you're just like in a copy stage, and most likely you're copying someone that already copied it already. So it's like a whole circle that you don't even know if that idea works or if it works in your brand, because it might have like a different strategy, a different economics, different reasons of why that creative can work for someone else and for you. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually makes sense. I see a lot of people complaining on their internet. They're like, oh my God, AI is only generating slop, but slop is just because people tend to
I
create poor quality content. Like, it's
I
like
would say that
copy. Like,
the AI is a booster for me. If you're very bad at something, it's gonna be able to produce very bad things multiple times. That's basically the AI. Like if you're like for me, like let's say I'm using Claude a lot, and like for example, I have built many skills of things that I have seen manually of me. Like okay, I found these patterns, or like I these are 10 winning copies. Okay, let's find the common patterns, and like create a skill for that. But those skills are made with like information that I put. If we are all working on AI with information that everyone has, you are competing between everyone. You need to have that unfair advantage, and that unfair advantage for me lately has been skills. It's building something that is unique that no one else has. And like I do a lot of mentor calls, and people ask for my skills. Like this is my skills. Like I'm not giving you my business. I'm giving you as much information for you to do the things. But there is
yeah,
things that are unique. If not, you stop having that unfair advantage. It's like imagine Coca-Cola giving the recipe to someone else. Like, oh, go and grab it. No, that's my recipe. I can give you the steps for you to create something similar, but it's not gonna be the same.
yeah,
And also, it doesn't work the
yeah,
same thing for all the brands. Each brand has different things, so you just need to
yeah.
test. It's a lot of testing.
That is actually, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I think, yeah, you hit the really good phrase there. Like, AI is just an enhancer. Like it just amplifies. If you're good at something, it's gonna amplify that. If you really suck at something, AI is not gonna magically fix it for you.
Yeah, you're
So
gonna you're gonna suck even harder, basically.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, now we can like probably give like a bigger step into like your core strategy. Like I'm trying to like understand how do you like organize all the skills, because I can imagine you have multiple clients and you need to work with
Mhm.
several of them. You need to do creatives and come up with different strategies. Like what are the workflows, or I don't know, like the frameworks that you use in order to organize this chaotic workflows you have probably have.
Yeah, this is more like so really more of a freelance tip, right? How to freelance of what how I do things. More like operational sides. I'm really like I'm a Notion guy, so I use Notion a lot. And I'm really
Mhm,
thinking, okay, what are the steps that I always need to do the same thing? And it doesn't matter which brand it is, it's always the same. So I have like templates for like, okay, this is my research. I have like this step, this step. Of course, I might go like off brand, but I have already things like I'm trying to reduce amount of clicks that an onboarding takes, for example, like how long it takes for me to start something.
mhm,
And then I also have like a lot of MD files with like the base information of copywriting and my skills. I have all the cloud files. So each time I start a new project, I basically just can copy and paste my generic base. And then of course I'm gonna add the research of my clients. Um,
mhm,
but yeah, I'm just really focusing on okay, what are like steps I'm gonna do each time I start a new brand or start a new project that I can avoid. And it's okay. I might spend a few hours the first time creating all the MD files, creating all the projects, creating everything. But then on the long run, it's gonna save me more time. So I'm really thinking more on, yeah. Sometimes it's like I might grab like a Saturday and put a few hours on like, okay, what are the things that I have seen that I'm wasting time or I'm wasting money in things and how we can optimize this. So I'm really thinking in those things. But I like a very important thing here is like with this AI thing, I have worked with other agencies. So like I'm on like client accounts and sends these other agencies and stuff. And I see agencies that are too focused on the AI to a point that they don't even realize that the AI that they are creating the systems, they have like flaws. They're uploading the things wrong, or they have like um, visual effects and stuff. It's like I want to automatize as much as is possible without compromising quality. And this is very important because I see so many people that are they're compromising quality because of AI. It's like I'm okay to see like if you send me a PDF project that you have the Claude Classic system because I don't care about that. But is the information accurate? Is the like the thing that you want to transmit okay? Yeah, so I'm really focusing on those things, like trying to automatize or try to reduce the steps as much as possible without affecting or compromising quality.
That's pretty solid. Yeah, like I mean, quality is definitely one of the core things that is gonna make you stand out or not, because I think people are because they think they have AI now, they can literally just ship a bunch of stuff and everything is gonna work. But no, it's more like
Yeah,
it is a number games, but you also
yeah.
need to make sure that the numbers that you're executing is like quality after quality, and then you can actually probably filter out what is working and what is not.
Yeah, something
Um,
that I did a post a long time ago that was actually talking about that. I remember I basically call out as a sniper versus machine gun. You don't want any of them. You want to be like a middle ground because if you're shooting like too much, you're like throwing a lot of things, and you don't really have a strategy behind. You're, it's more likely that's not gonna work. But if you put like, let's say, if you run an e-commerce and you just go with the sniper mode, so you're gonna try to make the perfect post every time and make the perfect content, and you just
mhm,
with that in mind you just only able to do two contents in the whole month, like how it used to be like 3 years ago. You're not gonna you're putting a lot of energy in something that might not work. So you need to find a middle
mhm,
point of like, okay, we need to find how we can do volume without compromising quality. So we want to have the sniper but be able to shoot many shots basically, you know.
mhm, mhm. All right. So you mentioned something about native ads. Like, can you like elaborate what is native ads versus the traditional ads that you can say?
Yeah,
Like,
so native
what
ads.
makes it different? What makes it different,
Yeah,
and what would actually, yeah, just elaborate.
yeah. So native ads on Meta are basically ads that are first served to plus 40 years old usually. Uh, and the main reason because of that is you have congruency in absolutely everything. So basically the ad doesn't feel like an ad. Ideal case, and it just came from a mentor call that was saying this, it was that you should be able to see the whole of the funnel until they click to until your website, and they need to feel that they never were served an ad. And this goes to having a like a Facebook profile for this ad that is like a person instead of like I don't know, instead of Avocado is like Mariano Diaz making the ad. And oh, yeah, Mariano Diaz is sharing the customer journey, is sharing the whole experience, the frustrations they have at work and stuff, everything that they went through. And I'm not sure if people know about the awareness stages, but I'm not gonna go deep in that. But it's just check the awareness stages, and going
Mhm,
through the whole of the awareness stages. The image doesn't scream an ad; it screams like a quick snapshot of something that might be in a normal life of these users.
yeah.
And then usually you can go PDP that is directly to the website, or you can go with advertorials. So it's also like a magazine that even boosts credibility. So basically, you want to make everything not scream an ad, and everything needs to look like an organic post of your mom. Imagine like your mom is sharing their experience about this new supplement they bought and why they bought it and the frustrations and how they found the brand. So it's like all of that. The good thing of that is like the bottleneck there is zero bottleneck because that's you creating the copy and you creating the images. So as long as you want to work, you can create so many native ads in like one day. Um, and yeah, basically you don't need to wait for UGC for creators. You don't need to wait for editors and stuff. You just need to have Claude and Avocado, and you can basically create a copy and create the images, and it's time to upload them, and that's it. Even for like for example, I did a skill now for advertorials. So it basically knows everything how I want advertorial. I connect the MCP of Avocado, and I put the whole prompt of what it was the advertorial, and I told them to also to automatically generate all the images that, because it used to, like, Cloud doesn't make images, so it used to tell me the prompts, and now it's like, oh, grab those prompts and automatically send to Avocado. And once you have them, also send it back to the HTML and give me directly everything. So then I can already see everything. And then if I want to do a change, that most of the time you might want to do some changes of text and copy, it's okay. But you already have the full idea in one prompt. Like you have the whole advertorial. I don't know how much it used to cost advertorials before, but you can now do an advertorial in 15 minutes, and you just copy the HTML, upload to a website, and you have an advertorial ready to go. But again, you need
That
to
is
know how to make a good skill. You need to know about the copy and stuff. But then, if you have that foundation, it takes you no time. So yeah, that's basically how I do the things now.
actually that's pretty cool, man. I think that you now reach to a point that you understand, if you understand well the customer and you understand what is the problem that is trying to solve, then the rest is just like you enhancing it by using tools like Avocado. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
for those who don't know, Avocado is a Gen AI platform for creative teams, so you can collaborate in real time. And we recently released the MCP because we want to enable people like Mariano and other creatives to to be able to just chat with their AI agent of choice, and they can create at scale, like pretty much. And every day
yeah.
we're enhancing and adding more things in order to make people be able to create more. And it's pretty cool to see it is actually being used like
Yeah,
in a
I'm really,
pretty impressive
I'm
scale.
still using the workspace of Avocado. Like whenever I want to produce like 4 images, I'm still like in the Avocado itself, because I also want to save my cloud tokens. I don't want to spend a lot of my tokens of cloud.
Yeah.
But I really like it mainly for advertorials, because I don't even need to and I want like 4 different prompts that AI is the cloud is gonna tell me anyway. It's like, okay, I don't
Mhm.
even need to like uh, copy and paste and then download and put it back to Cloud. Now I basically told them like directly create the images that you want to create based on
Mhm.
your skill of the advertorial, and automatically upload them. So they save me so much time. I just prompt that and I keep doing another thing meanwhile. And yeah, that's I believe is I'm not sure if you read it, but like it's not necessarily like avocado specific, but it's more about like AI specific. There was a
Mhm.
company that reached to $1 billion recently, like 2 months ago, an e-commerce brand, 1 billion like yearly revenue. It's a two-person company. They're just using AI. We can talk about the compliance of how they make the things. It's GLP-1 focus, is the basically to lose fat and stuff. The
Mhm.
compliance of some things might be not perfect, but the idea of that, yeah, now you can. I mean, it depends on your ethics and and how much you want to work. I don't want to work 10 hours days and stuff. But if you are so crazy and you really want money, you can, like, with AI and really skills. You just need to be very good at a few things, and then just enhance that with AI, and you can do so much now. It's insane the amount of money that people can make by just being optimized and having a few skills. You don't need an army of employees, or you don't need an army of things. You just need to create the foundations of everything, have the skills for the base, and then again enhance with AI the things. But yeah, you need to have good fundamentals.
Yeah, that's actually pretty sound. And it's insane to think about if you would go like 3 years ago or 5 years ago even to do something like that, I think it would not be possible. That would probably need
I,
like entire teams of
yeah,
like
for sure.
marketers, copywriters, video editors.
I
This
have
entire
said
staff.
this to many of my friends, is that I see like not saying one-to-one correlation, but it's definitely a correlation of the amount of AI I use versus the amount of money I'm making every month. Like each time I
Mhm.
optimize more the things, and like my salary pre ChatGPT era when everything started versus now is like 4 words different. Like it's like it doesn't make sense. And this is me working like between 6 to 8 hours a day. I'm not crazy guy working 12 hours. I just really want to hours I work,
Sure.
I work. I'm working like very optimized. Uh, but it's insane. Yeah, it's a crazy area between Claude, Avocado, and some other like 11 Labs, like the classic, at least in my industry in e-commerce. You can do so much.
Mm,
You just really need to want to do that. And those just photo courses. You need to actually learn with data, learn with the stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
it's insane.
All right, that's actually pretty cool. Let me see. I was thinking about like, do you think it's possible to share anything like any native ads or how you would create a native ads
I can
image?
share things I have on my X because that's definitely like things I was allowed to share. That's a thing of my
Mm-hmm.
industry. It's quite hard for me to share stuff sometimes because, of course,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, people want
NDAs.
to stay, yeah, NDAs. And not, sometimes not necessarily an NDA. It's just like I respect my clients. So
Mm-hmm.
let me go to the media. I was not prepared for this one. This is so many random things, but this is a very good example of what I was saying before. This image is made with avocado, and then we have here this congruent copy, like this image with like the name. It doesn't really say the brand name. It doesn't say here like nothing about the brand. It's telling the story about what happened to this woman. Read my story so this doesn't happen to you. And instead of a shop, now it says learn more. So nothing here
Mm-hmm.
screams a native ad, and this is like the key. Then of course you make them to advertorial that gives more explanation, and then they send to the product. And yeah, here you can. This is also like you can make it with AI. Might be now I see it. There's an hallucination here. It happens sometimes, but you can create so much. And you can go super creative. Like this is like not necessarily native ads, but all of these are made with AI. It's just like you can create info images. You can go super creative. I believe I don't have much. Yeah, these ones are also like AI. Like imagine like sometimes I realize things now. Like I see the images. Like maybe because of the tone. Sometimes there is some things because I'm also mass producing. I'm not creating things like super perfect. But it's like I go back to like my parents are 65. Will my parents realize that this woman is not a woman, or it's just like like AI? Like it is pretty insane. This is also AI. This is also AI. I believe I haven't really uploaded more images here. Um, and like how to get ideas for native ads I don't want to open this because it's pretty disgusting. Uh, but basically, you go to Reddit and you look for images of the people in your audience, what they are uploading, read their story, read what happened to them related to the topic, uh, and there you have everything. And I'm not sure which one is one of my last screenshots, I believe. Yeah, this, for example, like the results last 7 days. You can see here, last 7 days from May 20 to May 26, 123K spent at 2 ROAS. So pretty insane. You basically made 260K revenue in 7 days, and this brand is 80% native ads. So pretty insane amount of money that you can make now with this topic. Yeah, really not much to share. And this is with native ads, but then you can create like let me you can do anything with AI. This video can be made with AI for sure.
Do not make the same mistake I did.
Like videos like this, everything can be done. Like anything that is AI. If you, the main thing is being very good at prompting, and this is the thing. Like like AI can enhance, but if you don't know how to prompt, I want to say that prompt is very hard now. I'm not sure what's your thought here, but like I believe prompting become each time easier because you just need to be super specific with what you want with human language.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to be like super specific. It's like, oh, I want the bathroom. Like just describe this image, and it's gonna generate that. Um, so yeah, pretty straightforward. You can do
Probably even
anything.
like reference images as well. Like reference images can
Yeah,
help as well.
yeah, indeed. I recommend to make like swap files. This is part of like a longer video, but this is like a whole video of 1 minute that was working quite good for the client, and we basically make like a warehouse of the client and the woman talking, and everything is AI. Like you can create anything. Like this is part of a video, but you can create like an image of your product in a warehouse. You don't own a warehouse. You have a 3PL in China, but you can show how the product looks like and create that trust, that credibility.
Those are pretty actually pretty cool examples. Let's hope you're still there.
I really was 100% my fault of me not knowing how to use Riverside. I thought it was a stop sharing, but looks like it was a stop the call or something. I don't know what I did. Sorry about it. Yeah, I was saying that it's pretty cool that it takes time to learn new skills. You know, like once you learn the skill, making that like you need to ignite and then you boost with the fire. Like AI is like it's just giving more oxygen to the fire, but you need to make the fire. You need to get that base skill, and once you get that, you can just create the skills. I believe the skills is a underspoken topic that people don't realize how you, and even myself, I'm using it so little compared to what I can imagine it can be if I put like if I
Yeah.
stop working with all my clients, say, okay, let's make a skills of everything. Let's make meta reports. Let's make um, a skill like it's gonna generate. Each time I ask for a prompt for an image, it generates 10 images and automatically sends to Claude and to Avocado. And once it gets downloaded directly to my computer and like upload it to this folder, and then like if you go super crazy, then you can grab another like Airtable or things like that and grab this folder and upload it to me. Like can be like so automatic if you want. Like it doesn't do like it takes time. And it's of course it's the ugly work in the sense of you have to spend time that is definitely not revenue. You're not going to make money, but on the long term, it's going to save you time or and money, and that's when you see the fruits of the real gains of that work. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, you can change everything with AI now. It's a pretty scary moment. I always joke with friends that whenever AI takes my job, like now I'm enhancing. Whenever there's a company that can do my job with AI, I will go to live in the woods and and will be living with the profits I'm making now. Because it's gonna be it is a real life changing moment in the history. Thinking that I know, imagine like being an accountant and not having Excel before. Uh, it, many people probably lost their jobs. Many people, of course, got jobs. But it's changing everything. It's changing the whole how we work. Anything is gonna change. Like everything. It's a pretty insane time.
Yeah, I do agree with that. But actually, I was watching, I saw a video yesterday where they showed that I think a lot of the AI hype and this message of like AI is going to steal jobs, like, of course, there are going to be jobs that definitely going to be affected by AI somehow. But a lot of those companies that were like super invested, doing layoffs, they just, I believe personally that they just wanted to make their books look right?
Mhm.
So they were like, oh, we integrated AI, but actually they're just like, first of all, they're just making their books look
Yeah.
right. Probably they're gonna go do an
The-
IPO very soon, and or
yeah, I
they're
was gonna
probably
say
gonna
that.
do something. So generally, they're just doing that. They're just using AI. AI is the perfect excuse for some of these organizations that are doing mass layoffs, so that they can pretty much make their books look right and say that, oh, AI did this.
Yeah.
But in practice, the what is happening is now that a lot of people are seeing that some parts of like where they think they can fully automate AI, is not actually working. You still need the human aspect in
I, I,
those
I believe
work.
we are underestimating though. Like I believe you can create insane things with AI. It's just hard to actually create them. Sometimes it's not like oh, I'm gonna ask AI to create this in one day, and it's not gonna happen. Um, but I believe the hardest part, more like this, is more talking. We're going off topic, but we're like about the whole world and how works looks like. I just find it harder to become a junior. I don't know how you're gonna go like in 3 years to be how you become a senior if you can't be a junior because no one's gonna hire a junior because junior tasks can be done by AI. That's my main
Yeah.
concern. How people will learn new skills and be higher. Like I mean, of course, like if you have money, you can learn enough to become a senior ish uh, by yourself because at the end you always in practice. You need to even if you read 15 courses and 20 books, you're gonna still need to like practice and do the stuff. Um,
Hmm.
but I just find it very hard. Like I don't know, like let's imagine you're a virtual assistant and your job is I don't know, like just organizing the trip of a rich guy. Like it exists that
Hmm.
you can ask Claude to organize your trip, and you can tell them exactly what you want. You give Claude co-work and I believe even Airbnb now, like you can even order groceries in Airbnb. Now that was the job of someone, like some like there was like an update of this week. You can get a car, you can get the food, you can get everything booked through Airbnb now. Um, but those were the task of someone. That was like the assistant, the personal assistant of like rich people, for example.
Yeah.
I'm not saying super rich, but like someone that is busy and doesn't have time for that thing. Oh, like I'm gonna hire someone. I tell them what they want, and they will go through the different options and book the things for me. Now I can basically ask Claude to pre-organize everything, send me the links, and to be honest, even if you really trust AI, you can even give them the credit card. And I will not do that, but you can give them the credit card and like just go and book the things for you. And that's the thing is like it's very hard to become a junior, I believe. So if you don't keep up, I'm not sure how it's gonna be the work stuff in 15 years. I don't know. 15 years is a very long run. I would say like even less. It's gonna be very
Five
different.
years
Yeah.
maximum. Yeah, I do get the point, and I do understand that. Yeah, like that's a very fair point where it is going to be hard to become a junior at some point. But yeah, I'm a 3D artist by trade and product designer and
Yeah.
developer. So during my career personally, I had to evolve to find and adapt myself to where the market
Yeah.
opportunities were. So when I found
For sure.
the place,
I
for example, product
I'm a
design,
photographer.
exactly. So now you're
We
trying to
met in a photographer event. We went in like creators event like five
oh
4 years
yeah,
ago.
exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. And it's 3 years
like
now, right? 3 years ago.
yeah, I don't know, many years ago, a few years. And I was an editor already that, but I always liked the camera. But I had to adapt with COVID, for example. I was getting like my first very good gigs. I started photography when I was 16. I started getting my good gigs and then COVID hit. Okay, I can't really work. I need to do something else. Okay, I know how to edit stuff, like videos and photos. Okay, like I will start being a video editor. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, the thing is that I mean manual works is gonna still be manual. I believe like things, of course, like a photographer, it can be AI automatic. Then definitely can be automatic the editing because you can like create filters automatically based on the output and stuff. I can imagine Adobe doing one of those things at the moment. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It can. I don't know the starting point of people, how it's gonna look like in a few years. It's definitely not
Hmm.
a real concern for me because I'm already a senior, a senior. But it's
Yeah.
definitely a concern for society because I don't know how it is each time harder to do basic tasks because basic tasks can be done with AI. If it's just like do like I create a simple SOP and you go and do it, that simple SOP can be sent to AI and the AI can do it. That's the thing. Um, Even things with taste, like basic designs, image designs, social. I'm not saying like some things that are still like at least some tasks are still being done manually because people don't know how to automate. But I'm not saying they can't be automated. It's just like it takes time, and sometimes people don't have time, and it's easier to hire people. Like I will hire this person, they already know it, and they will figure out, and I would rather pay the monthly fee of hiring them. But if you really have the time and it's like, okay, how I can automate this, you can do so many things. Like a good example, this and this is not like service, but like yeah, we are going off road of the topic, but uh, there was like you have to pay like 20-30 bucks every month to get a signature. Like now, like if you use one of these apps to sign with your signature pre-made and stuff like that, it charges you like 20-30 bucks. And I hire someone that basically make my own website with my own design that automatically creates the signature box, and they can sign, and it gets automatically sent to their email, to my email, and now I save a whole subscription. So you can buy the code so many things, you can create AI workflow skills, you can do so many things that you can unsubscribe of silly things, and you can yeah, don't hire other people. So it's yeah, I don't know, we went
Yeah.
super off topic here, but
No, I think those are important. Those are important topics because at the end of the day, like we need to be adapting to this new market. It is a reality, whether we like it
yeah,
or not. I think we will have like probably a lot of jobs might be impacted, but also there will be like a new
new,
wave
yeah, yeah,
of
for sure.
so that's
My
why
job
it's
is new.
important.
I would say like my job has been changed. If there is no way someone will hire a creative strategist without AI,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense.
Um,
My yeah.
yeah. So just in order to be able to wrap up, and we don't want to extend this too long, so there are like two things that I'm just curious is like what are like the biggest opportunities and risk for AIs for ecom brands using AI ads in the next, I don't know, 6 to 12 months. Any predictions, any format strategies or strategies that you have in mind?
Uh, I mean, I'm not a very guy of predicting. The only thing I would say is I'm really always trying to create content that I have never seen, giving like a sort of percentage, at least 10% of my ads, something I have never seen from someone else, because we like this one classic content that went super viral. You know, I know you know them. Is the classic ones of like the ingredients speaking or like things speaking. Those sort of
Yeah.
videos. Those ones I have seen those crushing it back in those days, and it's 2 months ago. But it was overused. So
Yeah.
it's always trying to become the first one in one sort of movement of content. I believe that's helping a lot. It's definitely like a long-term strategy. But if you are the first one to create one of these contents, you are most likely to go more viral, and people want to buy more. That after seeing 100 of those videos, because all of the videos look the same, I keep scrolling because it's very boring for me. So I would say, yeah, just giving a percentage to creativity, give room for people to be creative, to do things out of the box, and don't be copying 24/7. Stop being in spy tools all the time. It helps to create creativity, but go also outside. Look at organic posts. Organic content can be a good source. And something I have been doing recently has been even checking whole different industries. I have been checking like lead generation agencies. I have been checking info business. I have been checking like other industries that are people not really copying them because they're not e-commerce. But for example, I just copied last week Iman Gamsi and Alex Harmozy top ads, the style to e-commerce. I haven't tested them yet; they are still being to upload. But it's okay. I'm bringing something extremely different to what people are usually served from this audience, and how we can make things different. How we can people like get that sense of. And then again, people are not going to their phone to get an ad, so how we can make things feel less of an ad or feel different? Because if it feels like all the same, ads will die, basically.
Yeah. All right, so the last question is, what is one piece of advice for the listeners running ads right now who want to 4x, 2x, 4x their results without burning through budget?
Listen to your audience. Easy. Listen to your audience and don't copy. That says everything.
Listen to the audience and the copy. All right. Well,
Yeah. For
I think
e-commerce, that's
that's a
enough.
yeah, I think this is a wrap. Thank you very much for making yourself available. This is
For
Mariano.
sure.
Where we can find you on Twitter? What is your ad?
Yeah, X is ads with Marian, ads with Marian website, Instagram, everything is ads with Marian,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's with
adswithmarian.com.
Marianne.
That's more than enough for everything.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much. And yeah, let's keep chatting. Thank you for
Yeah,
watching this episode, and I see you.
ciao, ciao. Have a good
Ciao, ciao.
one.